Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Brandon here back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at 5 restaurants in Nador. Nador is a coastal city on the northern part of Morocco, and it has a population of about 150 people, and a lot of their industry is fish, just because, they're by the water. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing it on 5 different topics out of 5 stars. So for the first one, it's going to be location. Second is going to be style or what it is. Third is going to be pictures. Fourth is going to be reviews. And fifth, it's going to be curb appeal. So without further ado, let's see what kind of restaurants we can find. Let's take a look. All right, so almost instantly, as we were looking over at the city, we see on the northern end, or the northeastern end, we see a restaurant called Dar Abdesalam. It has about 1,300 reviews and $50 to $100 in local currency. It's also about 5 stars as well. Um, it doesn't have a website, but it does have an Instagram. So we'll probably take a glance at that Instagram real quick. Oh, and we're gonna leave. We accidentally peeked at one of the reviews. Um, so let's first take a look at some of the pictures. Right off the bat, we can see what is presumably the restaurant front here. Hopefully, we can see that in the street view. Here is some fries, local food, some fried stews and things like that. Sorry, there's always stuff going on inside. A lot of food pictures, a lot of food pictures. These are also by the company itself, it looks like. Well, some of them are. Dinner menu. Uh, Salads. I'd imagine beef, poison. Poison? No, no, no. That can't be right. Um, but like beef and stew, Coca-Cola, American influence, or Western influence at least. Um, Hopefully we can see this. I'd like to see that. And there's a lot of food pictures. I wish we could see the inside of the. Oh, here we go. So makes sense. I'm not sure of the contrasting colors of green and red, but it makes sense. Um, that certain style of walls, tapestry of Morocco. Uh, these are kind of odd. These are 2 different fabric couches. So we'll have to keep that in mind when we're looking at that. Oh, this is what is this, a drink menu? Entree? I don't know. But because Morocco is pretty warm, it looks like they also do an open air type of setting where it blends a lot of the outside and the inside. But that's gonna do it for the pictures. We've seen enough pictures. It's a lot of food. So second, let's look at reviews. Server, prune, Ramadan, couscous, Moroccan food. Oh, they probably have couscous. So right off the bat, don't trust the good rating. The food's bad, plain and simple. And I'm not picky either. After 1 month in Morocco, it was not good. I would probably eat that. Maybe not with the olives, but I would have like a beef stew. We had dinner here tonight, and Alhamdulillah, we liked our plate. The kids ate the meatball tagine, tagine. Okay. If you are in Nador, try this place, but it's worth it. Food was okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's very popular, but it was worth it. Um, Better. Wish it was better price. 5 stars. Whoops. 5 stars. 3 stars. The waiter was a nice guy. The food, I think back in the days, the restaurant was one of the best in Nador. However, the Hawaiian tropical drink was outstanding. Well, sir, you're about 10,000 miles away from Hawaii or any island. So, um, whoops, I keep randomly clicking stuff. First, the waiter was not friendly. All about that service. He said, "This is not a coffee shop. This is a restaurant." And he said, "We don't serve coffee or tea." I told him that they were listed on the menu, and he said the menu's old. He doesn't even write down anything. And then he comes back with the tea and the food after all. So it turns out in the end, they did have coffee and tea. Who knew? A Moroccan place would have coffee and tea. They don't have 90% of the menu. Oh well. Kind people, not tasteful. Seriously, bad service, bad attitude. Well, I guess it's depending on who you're gonna get or who you're getting as a server. So that's gonna do it for the reviews. A lot of them are kind of recent as well, but let's take a look at their Instagram real quick, and as a drive-through. But let's take a look at their Instagram. I accidentally clicked on menu, but let's click on the link. Logo, uh, style. Forgot what to say. It's organized. It looks organized. The Moroccan table, just like home. No posts. What is this then? These are just this is the same ad. This is just the same ad 5 times. And reviews. What does reviews say? Oh, here's all the reviews, I guess. I can't read any of that, but at least the reviews have quite a bit of stuff. But these four, it doesn't even show the menu, bro. So that's not really, they're not too serious with that. Um, yeah, they don't really care too much about their Instagram. But let's take a look and see if they have some street view. I would imagine that they have some street view in Morocco, but it doesn't look like it. Oh well, where is this? This is on a rooftop. So this is the rooftop of Nador. Can we at least get satellite view? That is Sandy. So as low quality as it is, our restaurant is allegedly on this corner. Also, it's the twins. Video arcade, photographer, and a hotel. So maybe people stay at this hotel and they go to the place next door or the place downstairs. So unfortunately, no street view. We saw we saw what I tried to put my guy down, but I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot of street view this video, or at least in the city. So that's kind of unfortunate. I said 150,000 people. You would think a little bit more, a little bit more street view, but oh well. So let's go ahead and give a review of the Dar Abdessalam. So first off, location. Location, we're gonna give about a 5 stars. This is in the dense city part. If it'll load, dense city part, not too far away from the water. You're gonna get a lot of traffic. Maybe it could have been a little bit better, but we'll give location about a 5 because they did pretty well in where you're located. So style or what it is, it's a Moroccan themed bar restaurant. My apologies, it's a restaurant. Moroccan themed restaurant. I mean, it conveys that. I guess their menu conveys that as well. I don't know what Moroccan style really looks like, but if I were to say this is Moroccan style, this would be it. However, there's one picture that did kind of throw me off, and that was the, oh my God, it's gonna make me look forever for it. It's gonna be the this one. This one with the 2 chairs. So for style, we're gonna have to give it like a 3. Um, because their food could have been a little better, but mostly because of these chairs. And I mean, are they on wheels? No. Oh, thank God they're at least not on wheels. But these chairs are different. So no uniformity, unfortunately. And there's also what looks like a napkin here or a menu, but there's none on here, so we can barely see that poking out. That is not on the other tables. So we're gonna give style a 3. Pictures were not impressive. A lot of them were just food. So pictures we're probably gonna give a 2. Um, a lot of them were from people, which is nice, but pictures we're pretty much just gonna give it 2. Sympathetic. um, reviews. Reviews were pretty mixed, especially the newer ones. Um, French, translated from French. But they do have 5-star reviews, so we'll give it a toss up in the middle. We'll say about a 3. Some people enjoyed it, other people did not, but a lot of people like posting pictures of food, so we'll give reviews a 3. People at least come here. Plus, it has a lot of reviews. Plus, it's almost 5 stars. I mean, it has some stuff going for it. Curb appeal, 1 star. We could not see the curb, unfortunately, so that's pretty much going to take that hit. We're going to see that hit a lot this video. I guarantee it. So, with that being said, that is our review of the Dar Abdesalam restaurant. And without further ado, let's take a look at our next one. All right, so for the next place we're going to be looking at is going to be Galaxy Restaurant. It's down here, but I just wanted to take a look at this intersection mess that's going on here. It's all these different route numbers just going crazy, and then this roundabout. So I thought that was pretty funny. So we're going to be looking at Galaxy Restaurant, also a private school. Um, so Galaxy is located on the southern end of Nador, pretty much way at the bottom of the city. I'm not sure what type of area this is of Morocco. This is an embassy, maybe. School, residence, condominium, residence, mosque. Okay. All right. So there's some people around here. This is more like a neighborhood place, probably. So significantly cheaper in local currency than the other one. This is only 1 to 1 or 1 to 50 instead of, I think it was 150 to 200 was the other one. Um, so Galaxy has about 150 reviews, 4 stars, no restaurant, 8 to 11, and it has some pretty good reviews. So let's take a look at some pictures, see what we can see from the outside. It is not called Galaxy, it is called Glacier. No way, it's called Galaxy. This is kind of a weird storefront. I don't blame the restaurant. I think it's just multiple businesses in this complex trying to compete for space. But Cafe Pizzeria. Next picture is the menu. I'm not sure what that is, but that kind of looks interesting. Was that like a pie? Fruity red pie. Fries. French fries. French fries and olive. So far, I'm seeing a lot of French fries and olive. Here is what it looks like at night. So, nice corner piece. Some plants in front of it. Very well lit, especially given the local area. I would say this restaurant definitely has a focus for itself, at least in trying to make itself appear uh, as a opening business or opened business. Oh, come on, stop showing us food and people. I want to see the inside. Yes, those French fries were good. What is this? This is probably when they were building the front. Um, no idea where that is. And that's their chef. When is this? 2019? This is before COVID, so maybe they were just opening it before COVID. Here we can see more of that storefront. It's coherent. The style is coherent from what I can see. What's their bill? What does their bill look like? Oh, oh well. So we never got to see the inside. That's kind of unfortunate. Unnamed road in Nador. It's probably one of those routes. What's across the street? BIM. That bank. Okay. So for reviews, we saw a couple 5-star reviews peeking out. 5G, nice. Server, Wi-Fi. Cafe will be opening the 30th of March, 7 years ago. So yes, it was under construction just before COVID. So it opened during COVID. Modern clean space with great service and menu. Try them Oreo milkshake. So they have Oreos, which is interesting. So we see Oreo influence as well as Coca-Cola. Best cafe in Nador. Good, nice place. Scam and bad place. Bad fate. Also in French. They speak a lot of French in Morocco. Scam and bad faith. Some items were missing from the menu, and when I pointed it out to the waiter, he explained that they were extras and raised his voice at me. Those are extras. It's all about that service. Fast service, excellent customer service. Food was good, homemade desserts, although not very varied. Many recommended places. Spanish, Dutch. You get a lot of Europeans. You get a lot of Europeans. Or at least multilingual Moroccans. I ordered coffee, tea, I'd asked twice for bread. In the background, I heard it was time for lunch, not breakfast. I think you should make that clear. I dare to philosophize that the abyss is the ultimate outcome, at least in Nador. Money is the focus, not the customer. Bad service, annoying server, no 5G. Oh, no 5G. Server won't share the Wi-Fi password, and the price doesn't match the quantity. You ever see those Facebook memes where it's like clearly geared toward boomers, and they're like, "Oh, let's write in cursive so that we can trick the younger people. They won't know what it says." Or, what was I getting at with this one? Um, I can't remember, but you get the idea. Basically the same thing there, where it's geared towards that sort of bogus humor that doesn't really care. Oh, I remember. So that guy, or was it? Um, this guy complains no 5G. And I was gonna say it's the boomer meme where they're like, "Oh, let's turn off our phones and pretend it's 1992 and we have to talk to each other," or some BS like that because I don't know. Um, the hot kitchen was cold, supposedly due to the air conditioning. The food upstairs was hot, but the downstairs was cold. The waiter was annoyed at a family taking order for 6 people. I sighed because we took 2 minutes. Inside, the air conditioning was set to 17. There was a frigid fridge. Um, I don't know what that guy's talking about. I guess it's cold. After waiting 45 minutes for a pizza and Coke, I left, knowing that there are no more than 20 people and mostly were only there for tea. Coffee without 5G internet treatment. And that's it, just and. Arabic and. Nice and quiet place. Bad server. 1 hour wait. Smell, outside smell. Galaxy coffee. Poor shawarma. Beautiful cafe. I mean, I will give it that. It does look nice. So that's going to do it for the reviews section. No website, so we can't look at the website. But let's see if there's any street view. I highly doubt it. We're on an unnamed road. Oh, there's a Google guy. Oh, it's when they're doing construction. Well, we'll grade it off as when they're doing construction. We'll give it that grade anyway. So what's behind it? Oh, just kind of that stuff. Nice mural around it. and whoever's red car this is. What's across the street? Oh, this is a very nice. This looks like a very modern area. Sleek walls, nice coloring. Um, this definitely looks like it might be a newer area. Obviously, we say a new restaurant, but um, this seems to be like a newer focus for industry and whatever that guy's selling. A private school. I don't know. So, okay. So that's going to do it for the Galaxy restaurant. Let's give it a review. So first off of location. Location, we're probably going to give um Cafe Google. It's a Google Cafe. Anyway, so for Galaxy's location, we're probably going to give it a 4, maybe. Yeah, we'll give it a 4. Just because this seems like a newer development and there's a lot of housing complexes. This is clearly geared towards an area that's focused on tourism and industry, or not tourism, but like industries, as in like restaurants, food, kind of those types of things. So location, we're going to go 4. Style, it does have style, actually. I'm not going to lie. It does have style. This is style. Um, I would say probably also a 4, to be honest. We couldn't see the inside though, so we'll give that a 3 actually. So styles, we're going to give it 3. Um, but it does have style. It does have style. Pictures, random food pictures. It's a restaurant, but I'd like to see more of the building. Obviously, they're selling a new building that doesn't exist yet. This is 2021. It was built in March 2019 or something like that. 2020. So reviews or pictures, I'd like to see more out of them. So probably a 2. The reviews were okay. Nothing crazy, but the reviews were also okay. We'll probably give reviews a 2, just because there's not a lot of them and a lot of complaints. Well, a fair amount, but we'll probably give reviews a 2, just because some of them are a little bit much, a little bit much. But um, yep. And then curb appeal. Well, even though it was under construction, it had a curb. This this is a curb to my standards. So we'll give a curb appeal a 4. This is probably going to be the best curb appeal that we're going to see. So we'll give curb appeal a 4, which is pretty good. So that's going to do it for our Galaxy restaurant in Nador. So let's go on to our next. All right. So the next place that we found is Mashawi Al Andalus. It is on this major highway here. So it's got some good location. Um, I don't know if we're gonna get street views still though, so that's kind of disappointing. But it has about 60 reviews, pretty much 5 stars, and it is 50 to 100 on the price. Let's see if we can do a quick Google Translate. This will probably say the same thing, but let's do a quick Google Translate and see what this says in English. It says basically the same thing. So we kind of figured that. It does not have a website, but it's open until 2 p.m., which is pretty interesting that it's open till 2. Kind of late. Oh, we took a peek at the reviews. Um, First one's at 3 stars. But let's take a look at the pictures first. See photos. Come on. There we go. I don't know why it's giving me issues. This is the front, apparently. This is a pretty elaborate storefront. Some outdoor seating, little canopy, outdoor rotisserie. This is pretty nice. This is pretty nice branding and logo, coherent color scheme. This is just food. Food. Well, we see a little bit of the inside. Matching chairs, matching tables, pretty good. Well, that table's a little defunct, but they probably have something underneath it because it keeps wobbling. This is a nice storefront. We can also see that there's something upside. This is probably, or upstairs, probably somebody's house. Coca-Cola machine, more Coke influence. Ah, that chicken looks good, actually. A lot of this stuff looks good. I will say, a lot of this food that we're looking at does look good. So if you like Moroccan food, you have some pretty good taste, it looks like. Get to see the chef a little bit, the rotisserie machine, the other chef. I want to see the inside of it. Come on, what's the vibe? That's it. Vibe is just food. Can we see by owner? That's whatever. Kind of disappointing. Where's all the inside pictures? I want to see the inside of it. Yeah, that's it for pictures. Uh-huh. Oh, here we go. Here's a little bit of the inside. So on the inside we see uniform tables, which is pretty good. Chairs match, tables match. There's no upholstery or fabrics, which is usually what you want in a restaurant because fabrics can get damaged and dirty pretty easily, and they're kind of annoying to replace. So having chairs like these helps a lot. These chairs are different colors than these chairs, but at least they're the same style. Backdrop, pretty nice backdrop. I'm assuming what Morocco looks like. Um, the country of Morocco, its border. Um, it has its influence. It has its influence. So we'll say it did its justice there. For reviews, spicy. Um, for reviews, the first one's a 2 stars. Chicken wasn't bad. Meat was too raw. Um, it resulted in a brief discussion. I had to ask it again. Frustrating. They don't have tea. What? Um, good place, good place. We've eaten at many restaurants, but this one has the best food and the price it deserves. Whoops. This is probably from Dutch. A lot of Dutch, Spanish, and French speakers here. This proves once again that many restaurants exist for show and atmosphere and overcharge. It can really be done differently. No show, no fuss, just delicious food and friendly staff. They did it well. They did it well. Unfortunately, the organization is unbecoming of a restaurant like this. The food is often served cold due to negligence. The manager is incompetent. Taking customers' orders. This slows down the restaurant, despite having more than enough people. Menu, food, service was awful. Lovely family. Came for dinner. People running the don't understand. 2 grilled chickens. Again, that doesn't sound half bad. I wouldn't mind a grilled chicken myself. It's closed. 4 weeks ago, it's closed. A month ago, unprofessional behavior. Yeah, so after, well, recently the reviews aren't that good. That's kind of disappointing. But 10 months ago, they wrote 5 stars. So, oh well. That's a little upsetting, but it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. When did that one Dutch guy go? The guy who was like, this is the best. That guy is German. German. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's gonna pop up. Awful service. It's all about that service, guys. Here we go. Um, no, that wasn't it. Is it this one? Yes, 6 months ago. So this guy went 6 months ago, but apparently in those 6 months, something took a turn for the worse. So, oh well. Or at least a year ago. So that's gonna do it for reviews. Cross our fingers. Can we get Street View? It does not look like it, so oh well. No Street View for this one, unfortunately. So let's give a review of the Mashawi Al Andalus. So for location, 5-star location, right on the major artery here. It's where you want to be. Prime location. I wish we could see what the road looks like, because this looks like a highway, but luxury rent a car. Um, so location of 5 stars, style or what it is. Um, we'll probably give it a 4. We'll probably give it a 4, just because from what we saw on the outside of it, clear branding, storefront that we saw, the menu's coherent, makes sense. It's clear what they serve, as well as all the chairs and tables matching basic wall artwork and stuff. It makes sense. It makes sense. It just makes sense. So style, we'll give it a 4. Pictures, uh, mostly food again. So we'll give pictures a 3. Again, it's about food, but we can see a little bit of the background. I wish we could see the inside of the building, but we'll give pictures a 3. For reviews, uh, we're gonna give reviews also a 3, just because locally, or not locally, in the modern times, it seems like they're not doing as well. Rumor on the street, rumor on Street View is that it could be doing a little bit better. So we'll give reviews probably like a 3. Curb appeal, 1 star. No curb appeal, unfortunately. So that's kind of disappointing. I wish places had curb appeal, but I guess this is just a city that doesn't. So, or very, very minimal. So that's going to do it for the Mashawi Al Andalus. We have 2 more restaurants to go through, then we're going to give our final review. So let's go on to our next. All right, so for our next one, we have Nador, which is on the coast, right on the water, actually. It is on, let's see if it's going to load. It's in like the middle. Well, more on like the northeastern end. So it's more on the northeastern end of the city here. And I did choose this because we do have a lot of street view opportunities. I say opportunities because if you can see, if it'll give it a second, it's just a lot of circles. So there's a couple of opportunities where we might get to see the restaurant. So right off the bat, Nadomar, it has 260 reviews, about 3 stars. Ugh. And it's on the cheaper end of 1 to 150 or 1 to 50 of its local currency. Does not have a website. Pretty unfortunate. We're going to take a quick glance at the reviews. 5 stars. First one's 5 stars. Okay, so I feel a little bit optimistic about it. It could have potential. Could. It could have potential. So I keep wanting to click on reviews. Let's see what some pictures of this place looks like first, though. So first off, look at that water. Oh my God. That is some blue water. That is probably that ice cream place that we saw next door. Huge wide open terrace. This is just kind of like an open area. It's like on the boardwalk. Food, location. I mean, it's got a great location. Some sofas. They probably have a fire pit in the middle. Nighttime. This is the inside of it, but this is by the company most likely. So or a professional photographer. Matching chairs, nice big glass windows. It's got style. Even the column beams have a little bit of print to them. So that's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool place. Is that the outside of it? Shawarma menu. This is like that little boardwalk area, but we want to see more of the actual place. Seagull. Here's what it looks like. So that's probably just something overlapping on Google's end or the photographer just because it's a bad picture. But this is clearly it. We can see the outdoor seating that was being shown. Here's even more outdoor seating. I don't know if this is to the same restaurant, but outdoor seating. We can see that glass corner that we were looking at, or at least we can see that it does have huge glass windows. This is probably their seating, actually. This is probably their seating. Remember, it is a coffee shop. It's not a restaurant, so they don't need a whole lot of restaurant stuff. So, okay. Pizza. This looks like a restaurant. They said coffee shop. This looks like a restaurant. So I take that back. Well, breakfast foods. I'm at a toss. What is this? Gonna say it's a coffee shop, but it's so large. It has to be a restaurant. Outdoor seating, views of the water, outdoor seating, views of the water. Glass room. I'm really in love with that glass room, actually. This doesn't show it. These pictures hardly show it. They showed a little bit of it. Um, this guy contemplating all that he's done, throwing rocks in the ocean, living out his days. Very nice though. Very, very nice. I mean, honestly, just the pictures are going to be everything else but the actual place. We saw a little bit of it. There's stuff on the floor. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe that's in the review. Nador Mar. Yeah, so that was just a glitch in the picture, but it's pretty coherent. They have a branding and a picture or a logo. So here is the front of it, all by sideways, albeit. What the hell is that? Is that honey? Bees are coming out of the honey. Oh my god, that thing is swarming. Damn, bro. Bonding moment between these two girls and seagulls. And a lady casting rocks into the ocean herself. Yeah, she's throwing rocks. AirPods. Oh well. Is that it? That could be it. That is it. Yeah, so we see that's a lot of seats. A lot of waterfront seat parking, boat parking as well. That's a plus. That's a huge plus actually. Um, Canopy, indoor, outdoor. Very nice. And this is more of that brick sidewalk outdoor area. So that's the team. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Okay. So I think that's going to do it for pictures, honestly. I think we've seen all that we need to see. Um, for reviews, it didn't have a website, right? No, I don't think it had a website. I don't think any of these had a website. The one had an Instagram. Nope. So for reviews, zero, disaster, toilet, avocado shake, and purchase order. Such weird suggestions. Third time, another month here. We enjoyed it. Fantastic breakfast. Best place in Nador, direct on the beach, the best quality and cheapest breakfast I ever had in whole Morocco. This is quite some spelling. I am very grateful to find this place. It is more of a home. Yasim Engiri from Holland. Oh, that's probably her. And her cat. She has a cat. Good for her. She's doing Google reviews and bringing her cat or someone else's cat along. 5 stars, 1 star. I had to wait far too long for my order. Service was poor. Worst coffee shop. Came here last year and I had a bad review about. Today I want to come again and see if there's any improvements. Um, I feel terrible to just witness so many people just leaving because of bad service. We are from Holland. Oh, it's the other person from Holland. So this person went to Holland too. We are from Holland. We stayed here a month. Every day we take a breakfast here, and sometimes we cannot come back. Or sometimes we come back for excellent soup or salad. We do not eat meat. Nowhere in Morocco they have better and cheaper prices. Avoid in summer months. They have great location but badly managed. Every time I go in summer, I regret it. They probably have seasonal workers. Terrible service, no menu. Um, the guy here is my brother and my cousin, and we got seated around 7:15. The waiter came, didn't take our order till 8. Um, 2/3 of a taco, and we asked if it was going to come out. The waiter told us the chicken doesn't want to come out. Is the chicken alive? Is the chicken scared? Me and my brother had to share with our cousin, and we felt bad for him. We still had other things to do, and we couldn't because it was already 9:30. Food, however, wasn't that bad, but one of the juices we ordered was warm. Very slow service. I would not accept that. Uh-huh. Good food, good service, perfect atmosphere, no bill with my meal. He never paid for his meal. Worst service took a minute and a half or an hour and 30 minutes to tell me my order isn't available. And I'm talking about a low stress situation. That's not the first time they waste my time, and at the end, the food is not good. Bad service, extremely slow. 1 hour to serve shawarma and tacos is too much. Tacos taste good, but shawarma is to avoid. Um, there was a cockroach in my nephew's avocado. Well, we saw the bees coming out of that one dude's honey. That was pretty crazy. If I could, 0. Oh, this is a German guy. We waited half an hour, no one came. When we asked, we were simply given a rude answer without even looking at the customer. When we then went next door to Cherry and Berry, we were served within seconds. I'd rather have this place. Um, very disappointing as it was empty. Looks pretty empty. Looks like you might have went at night. Nope, that's during the day, I think. I think that's during the day. That little glimmer of sunlight. And it's not empty. There's some people there. There's one family. Avoid at all costs. Good reviews. Mixed setting. What a dump. Terrible service. Good coffee. Sea views. Yeah, that's a nice view. That's a 5-star location right off the bat, too. Look at that water. Oh my God. All right. Moment of truth. Do you think we can find some street view? Let's see. There's a couple of dots. They're not closed, but there's a couple of dots. Ooh. Is that it? No, that's like a harbor. Oh, come on, Google guy. You can go a little bit faster than that. You know what we're looking for. Come on, guys. Come on, Google guy. All right, so this is like the quote unquote entrance, I guess. and no curb appeal. That is not our business. No curb appeal. That is quite disappointing. I chose this place because it could have curb appeal, or at least the potential to have curb appeal. As much of a potential as this place is going to get. So that's pretty unfortunate. Without further ado, let's give our review of the Nadomar restaurant, coffee shop, Nadomar coffee shop. So location, 5 stars, right on the boardwalk, beautiful water, 5 star location, for sure. That's undeniable. Style or what it is, it's got style. It's got some good style. I would say style. I'd probably go like mm, I would say style a 4. We're gonna give it some good style points. Pictures weren't very impressive. Uh, a lot of people take travel pictures, so we did see a little bit of it. We did see a little bit of the place, but a lot of this was outdoor. Actually, we saw a good amount of the place. And it wasn't just random pictures of food, even though there's a lot of random pictures of food. We saw a fair amount of the actual place. So we'll give pictures a 4 for this one. I mean, the bar is kind of not high, but we'll give it a 4. Reviews, unfortunately, some pretty poor reviews. So we're going to give reviews at 2 stars. Um, that German guy who didn't quite understand the place, gave it a bad review. Uh, this lady, these two, Dutch ladies, I guess, or this could be a guy. No, that wasn't the guy. So these two Dutch ladies had a good time, but overall, reviews were not that good. We'll probably give the reviews a 2 stars. It's all about that service, though. It's always all about that service. And lastly, curb appeal. Unfortunately, no curb. So once again, this will be our 1 star. And without a further ado, let's review our final location and wrap it up. All right. So for our fifth and final restaurant, we're actually not too far from the other two that we reviewed, but we're going to be looking at the Manhattan, which is Manhattan spelt wrong because it's missing a second T. This is also a coffee shop, about 3.5 stars, 150 reviews, on the cheaper end of 1 to 50 of its local currency from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. No website. And the first reviews are 5 stars. A couple of reviews are 5 stars. Okay. So let's take a look at some photos. First one we can clearly see is a product shop. So that's kind of disappointing. This is this is the vibe. If it'll load. This is the vibe. And this is the sole proprietor. Congratulations, you business owner. You own the Manhattan. Um, I was looking at branding to see if they had branded cups, but they do not. It looks like their branded cups are the coffee company that they get it from. This is the Moroccan news. Can't read any of it. Rocks and Fields, this is unrelated. Once again, our great sole proprietor here of the Manhattan, uh, I guess local area. This lady, that guy. This is a commercial, I think. Yes. Royal Dutch Airlines. This is a commercial for the Dutch. That doesn't look promising. Is that still is that the same front? No, unless they took down the middle. I don't know. I don't think that's the same place. I don't think this is the same place either. I can't read any of that. International flags. This is probably an embassy or some type of international something. More Moroccan news. That's it. Really? That's it? I'm starting to think this place isn't even real. So that's a little bit disappointing. Uh, as for area, it could be in a little bit better of an area too, to be honest. But let's look at some reviews. Let's see. 9 months. My friend and I had just stopped in here so my friend could get to use her laptop. I actually only had water and a yogurt. The staff was amazing though. The only thing I didn't love was the cigarette smell. Um, Once again, we probably see this with a lot of Middle Eastern places. Morocco's not in the Middle East, but you see a lot of those kind of Persian Arabic influences, Moroccan influences of hookahs and shishas and whatnot. So hash, I guess. Um, so it's probably gonna smell like cigarettes on the inside. Great stat. It's not Manhattan. Nuh-uh-uh. It's not Manhattan. Nice place for coffee. Normal. It is normal. Thank you, Mohammed. Cafe, good place. Service is decent, but the Wi-Fi is weak and the password's only available on request. That's most places. So, unfortunately, Mr. Guy that speaks French, you're gonna have to ask somebody. TV's always muted. Oh my god, this guy's picky. And there are no separations between smoking and non-smoking areas. Sometimes you have to be having a breakfast while the customer is smoking right next to you. Well, welcome to the 90s. Modern cafe. Strategic location. What was this one? Oh, very beautiful. Uh, administrative district. Okay. Museum director. Not up to standard. Uh-oh. Beautiful stairs. Well located. Nice. Good. 1 star. Spacious. Well, we couldn't see the inside of it, and we barely saw the outside of it. So that's kind of unfortunate. Let's see if we can get some curb appeal, though. Will they have a street view? Oh, so close. Dude, that's 1 street away. So close. What is this 1 street? If it's gonna let us see it. It's probably gonna be that very narrow view. It's not even gonna let us see it at all. Come on. Ah. Oh well. Oh well. Well, I guess it's just gonna have to be it. So, that was kind of quick actually, but we'll give a review of the Manhattan. You want to call it Manhattan, but it's not called Manhattan. So, Manhattan. Um, for location, location's a 4 stars. Nice location, administrative district, it says, right off the road, whatever. It's not 5 star, but it's got some good location. Um, for style or what it is, we're gonna have to give it a 2. Um, I get it's a coffee shop. I get that. But there's a lot of unnecessary pictures and such. Also, it's spelt wrong. So that's also a factor to it. So we'll give style a 2. For the pictures themselves, we'll probably also give the pictures a 2. A lot of them are unrelated. A lot of them are unrelated. So that's pretty unfortunate. Just not what we're looking for. None of them were at the inside either. There was no inside, barely an outside, and product shots or some random Dutch airline company. So that's pretty unfortunate. For reviews, also the reviews were kind of all over the place as well. Some people just are randomly saying stuff. So reviews will probably give a we'll probably give a 2. There's not a whole lot of recent ones, and there's a lot that are just kind of thrown all over the place. So we'll probably give reviews a 2. The reviews aren't bad. Some of them aren't bad, but a lot of them could be unrelated and just not related to the business. So reviews, we're gonna give it 2. And lastly, curb appeal. Unfortunately, no curb. no street view. So curb appeal, 1 star once again. Very unfortunate. It's a killer. It's a run killer. You think a place is doing well, and then bam, no curb. So, oh well. But that's gonna do it for the Manhattan Hotel. And so we're going to end up reviewing them. All right, guys, here we are at the City Hall of the Nador province so that we can make our final decision. I'm going to go ahead and put all the stats up on the board of the place that we saw today. If you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to leave a like. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to hit subscribe. I do upload pretty often. Um, with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. So tune in next time when we find another random city and review the restaurants within it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you then.